morning, you really got to be aware of your surroundings. It's extremely important that you first settle down and relax. If you don't settle down and relax, you're going to be very stressed and tense. I think it's important. Everyone wants to get to work or come home safely. And if you have this in mind, we'll all work together. We're going to be making a series of left turns, right turns, and getting on the expressway. And we'll talk about the advantages and disadvantages. This left turn is going into a J turn. We are going to be on the outside of the J. If we don't slow down, we actually go off the road, as you can tell, looking forward. So we want to go slow into the turns and be patient. We're already here. We're not going to slam brakes. We don't want to intentionally run the yellow. Safety is not an option. Safety is no accident. We got a little good luck going, so we're going to move forward and really enjoy our journey. For some reason, this person's in a hurry, but their hurry is not my hurry. We're here to be safe and recognize what we have to do. We're getting ready to go on the I-94 exchange. This route runs east and west, as you can see by the sign. 9 is an odd number. Odd number routes one east and the rest. We want to get a third gear merge. We're gradually picking up, gradually accelerating. Man, you can really hear those turbos kicking in. Let's talk about this white line. In some states, it's a ticketable offense if you cross the white line. Every state's different. Michigan, New York, just to name a few states. That was a pretty smooth merge. We want to take our time. We're in the first lane, which is fine for now, but eventually we'll switch lanes. I prefer the middle lane, which is the smoothest and safest. They're really in a hurry. Let's examine this. This car up here, they're really in a hurry. Let's see what they're all about. Oh man, we are really picking up. You hear this turbo screaming. So they're almost 100. We're slowing down to about 79, 75 miles an hour. So this car ahead of us, they're going about 100 miles an hour. Why? But they are getting ready to cause an accident because they're going to have to sideswipe or rear end the car. So you always want to observe situations that could lead you down the wrong path. I also read an article yesterday about laser headlights. I'm not sure of the source, but these are LED headlights. We're going to maintain our speed and position. Vision is the most important. As you can tell, I have a camera mounted on the windshield, both hands on the wheel. It's very clear because of visual acuity. This is how clearly we can see. We're just going to take our time. And I'm trying to look through their windshield. I'm trying to look around them to see what's going on. We can drive in all 3 lanes because they're full. And as long as you're moving passing cars, most of the time you want to be in the left lane to pass cars and then keep it moving. I see a lot of brake lights, so I'm lifting and increasing my following distance. We're about 75 miles an hour. It's a pretty smooth drive. There's your Durango GT to my right. 600 horsepower Hemi. We're in a turbo edition car. Why am I telling you this? You need to know the cars around you and their capabilities and weaknesses. There's a gravel truck. No, that's a garbage truck. There's debris flying on our windshield. You can hear it. left lane. You see me looking to the left. An open bend. Because of the volume of traffic, we're losing a little bit of speed right now, so we want to make sure we have a good following distance. And we want to continue to be safe. So I'm going to stay in this lane right now and just take my time. Be smooth around the curve. About 75 miles an hour. No sense of going 80 or 85 or 90. There's no need to. Let's make a lane change. See what this is about. Okay, now we can see. And we can see that 3 lanes are full. We're going to take our time, and I'm backing off the accelerator because I want to be able to make some good decisions about lane changes or spacing. I can see people changing lanes, and I want to continue. There are cars to the left and right of me, increasing my following distance. Change and accelerating through. That's a pretty good lane change. Now I have an open lane. You can see me passing these cars. That's what it looks like. That's what it feels like. That's a really good lane change. Woo, that turbo kicked in, man. Oh my goodness. Woo. You see the cars coming over. We are riding today, baby. We are riding. It's a lot of excitement. I get over one lane. Yes. That was a ride. If you don't enjoy driving, then you won't really be able to feel the exhilaration. But everyone's a little bit different. And by being in the left lane, you're going to have a little bit more exhilaration, a little bit more speed. Now I'm lifting off my throttle. This car does not have adaptive cruise control. Some cars do. When you take your test, some testers will request you to disable these features because the car could suddenly accelerate. We're at about 70 right now. The lane keep assist light's on. Could be one of the sensors that's not calibrated correctly. We're back up to about 75. The average out here is probably 77. But you can have good maneuverability and good speed at about 70, 75, staying safe. You notice that I'm not aggressively tailgating. Don't tailgate. Lifting my foot a little bit. Keeping good space. And you're always making adjustments. Increasing or decreasing throttle, or speed control. Looking ahead, going around the curve. And I don't want to suddenly accelerate because I do not want to be in a wolf pack. A wolf pack is a large number of cars. Off the throttle again. We're right at about 70 miles an hour. Fuel range is 275. So we got enough to get to Indiana. We'll continue on the I-94 corridor. And traffic is moving. The flow is picking up again. You can feel it, but I don't want to tailgate this vehicle. Looking, a lot of cars wait till the last second to get over. We're at about 70. 76 miles an hour. I'm lifting my foot, so I'm losing my following distance. It just goes to show you how many eye movements you have and decisions you have to make. It's decision-making process, right? It's all about decisions. I got that trailer in the middle lane. I'm going to make a lane change. Good. I'm going to make one more. Lane changes are smooth and effective. Maintain a good speed and position. I'm always looking around. Literally, you really have to be ready for situations that will come up. And I'm gonna, okay, good, they got over. And then once I pass them, I'm gonna get over. So I'm following the rules of the highway transportation system. You see me checking blind spots, getting over. That's what it looks like. If you can get over, you need to get over. I see cars up there, so I'm lifting my foot. You see me looking ahead and thinking ahead. And I'm gonna back off my throttle. And then I squeeze my brakes. And you see people tapping brakes, so I'm gonna get over one lane. This is real driving. And then you go up in speed, down in speed. Looks like the Range Rover. So you're looking at the flow of the traffic. You want to keep space. You want to keep gaps. It's always about observation. No one is road raging. No one is driving excessively fast. Oh, something was on the ground. Okay, I'm not liking this gravel truck ahead here. Thank God they're in the middle lane. I see them in the mirror. I'm going to go ahead and get over. You see me checking blind spots. You have to do that consistently. I'm off the throttle again. Lifting my foot. You can see leaves. A lot of debris on the expressway too. Man, I am really checking these blind spots, and that's what it looks like. Time, and you see how they set me up and kind of got over, and then so you got to always adjust. That's where that adaptive cruise control comes in, but I don't believe this vehicle has that. I'm off the throttle a little bit, taking my time. Let's talk about dealing with this heavy traffic. We are in the right lane, excuse me for that. The road surface on I-94 corridor is not as nice. It's an older expressway. We want to signal early. And then this is the exit ramp. On the expressway, there's a limited access lane. There's a ramp to get on, and there's a ramp to get off. Turn on our left-hand turn signal. And then I'm going to squeeze my brakes and see the rear of the tires on the ground. I'm also checking my mirror. They were really close. We had a client knock that passenger side mirror off, so we had to get that fixed. The car was in the shop yesterday. So I just want to make sure we have good speed, good space. And then we have to go over this bridge to the left. It's called a crossover. And the temperature is 42 degrees. But if it was below freezing, because of the cold air, this crossover bridge could be slick and high black ice. So we want to be mindful and just really be careful. Also, we want to make sure our doors are locked. Yeah, they're locked. Because we don't want intruders. Outside people coming in. It's just some common safety things you have to have. Turn on my left turn signal and have a complete stop. Okay, I stopped. Hey, I can go. Oh, God. Now, let's talk about license plate readers. There's the flock, and we're going to talk about this. The flock license plate readers are gathering data on all of us. Beyond your driver's license number, the federal government won't tell us, police agencies won't tell us. So I'm going to do some research on this and get real information out to you. This is a regulatory sign, so it's a stop sign. Let's see if this white car stops. No, complete stop. That's a complete stop. Okay, and this is a really tight turn. Oh, I hit the curb because I cut your turn too short, and that could damage the rim. I'm going to be very careful. There's a huge pothole here. Okay, then we want to be mindful. And then we want to work on our parking maneuvers and stick to your intention and get up there. I need all of you to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to give you up-to-date, real information to help make you a great driver. Smash the bell notification.